Genesis. The first book of the Bible, Genesis, describes the creation of the world, the fall of humanity, the story of Noah's Ark, and the patriarchal histories of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph. Exodus. Exodus recounts the Israelites' enslavement in Egypt, their liberation through Moses, the plagues, the parting of the Red Sea, the giving of the Ten Commandments at Mount Sinai, and the construction of the tabernacle. Leviticus. This book provides detailed laws and regulations regarding worship, sacrifices, purity, and holiness, primarily directed at the priests and the Israelites. Numbers. Numbers chronicles the Israelites' 40-year journey through the wilderness, including censuses, rebellions, and further laws, leading up to their approach to the Promised Land. Deuteronomy. Presented as a series of speeches by Moses, Deuteronomy reiterates and expands upon the laws given in previous books, urging the Israelites to remain faithful to God as they prepare to enter Canaan. Joshua. Joshua narrates the conquest of Canaan under Joshua's leadership, the division of the land among the 12 tribes, and the renewal of the covenant between God and Israel. Judges. Judges depicts a cyclical pattern of Israel's apostasy, oppression by enemies, cries for help, and deliverance by judges, leaders like Deborah, Gideon, and Samson. Ruth. Ruth tells the story of a Moabite woman who, through her loyalty and faith, becomes the great-grandmother of King David, highlighting themes of kindness and redemption. 1 Samuel. This book covers the rise of Samuel as a prophet, the establishment of the monarchy under Saul, and the early exploits of David. 2 Samuel. It focuses on the reign of King David, detailing his military conquests, political achievements, personal failures, and family troubles. 1 Kings. 1 Kings begins with the reign of Solomon, the construction of the temple, and the division of the kingdom into Israel and Judah, followed by the histories of various kings. 2 Kings. This book continues the history of the divided kingdoms, highlighting the actions of prophets like Elijah and Elisha, and ends with the fall of both Israel and Judah into exile. 1 Chronicles. 1 Chronicles retells the history of Israel from Adam to King David, with a focus on David's reign, his military victories, and preparations for building the temple. 2 Chronicles. 2 Chronicles continues the narrative, covering the reign of Solomon, the construction of the temple, and the subsequent history of the kings of Judah until the Babylonian exile. Ezra. Ezra describes the return of the Jewish exiles from Babylon, the rebuilding of the temple in Jerusalem, and the religious reforms led by the priest Ezra. In this part of the Old Testament, we cover the books from Genesis through Ezra. These books include historical narratives, wisdom literature, and prophetic writings. The rest of the books will be discussed in Part 2.